All right. Hey, y'all. So, we're live on Facebook and Instagram at the same time. So, if you guys see me kind of looking to the left, looking to the right, I'm looking to the left, I'm looking to the right, it's because we are live on Facebook and Instagram. So, I'm super excited to be here today because as you guys saw, let's see, can I put my camera up for a better angle? Because the ankles are everything. We all know that, right? We're here for a mid-year check-in, and I believe that today's message is going to be so important because oftentimes we kind of just let the year pass us by so fast. So I wanted to ensure that I can provide any knowledge that I can to make sure that as queens you do not let the year continue on and pass you by without you accomplishing your financial goals, right? And even bigger than you accomplishing your financial goals, sometimes it's not always about finances, right? Of course, with me being a financial coach, I'm here to talk about your money, but bigger than sometimes your financial dollars is who you are as a queen. And like I said, I just don't want this year to continue on and you start to feel like, well, man, I didn't accomplish my goals at the beginning of the year, and so now I'm going to throw away the remaining part of the year. There will be no throwing away the remaining part of the year. So this is the mid-year check-in. Now, one thing I realized on this Facebook live last time was that for whatever reason I couldn't see the comments as you ladies type the comments up. So if I see I got two people on here already, see if you ladies can just type inside the comments like hey or something like that on Facebook so that I can, read your comments as you post. And like I said earlier, if you see me looking on Facebook and Instagram, it's because we're doing both. So let's jump right in. All right. So we're going to begin this conversation by talking about how when you are striving to accomplish your financial goals, you should look at the hey, how you should look at the year as basically a football game, right? And even when I think about myself as a financial coach, I think about the goals that I set to accomplish for myself as a year span, right? And if you are looking at your goals as a year, then you understand that where we are right now in June, let me move my Instagram right here. And then that way, I feel like I'm not looking at one and looking at the other and all messed up, super, super messed up, okay? So, if you know anything about, like I said, looking at your goals, then you understand that right now, where we are in June, we are in halftime. And I think about what do you do during halftime? So let's think about your favorite football team, your favorite soccer team, whatever your team is, right? Hey girl, let's think about your favorite team, right? Let's say that you went to go watch this game because life is a game, right? Your personal finances, your personal goals, everything that you set out to accomplish, you're your main player. You're the main star. You're your number one player in your personal life, right? So if 2021 is your personal game that you're playing, again, we can look at it like football. Let's say that the first and the second quarter of the game, you fumbled the ball. Now, there are many reasons why the ball can be fumbled, right? You can fumble the ball because maybe you didn't have the resources that you needed to accomplish your goals. Maybe you didn't have the courage that you needed to accomplish your goals. Maybe your job, the kids, your spouse, whatever the case may be, right? We all can make up 1,000 excuses in our head for the reason why we did not accomplish our goals. But what I'm here today to talk to you about is what do you do? What will you do during this halftime period? So I know you're probably thinking like, well, what's halftime? What does that look like, right? For me, halftime is perfect timing, right? Because I just turned 28 last Thursday, and we have what, 2 or 3 more days left inside June. This is your halftime period, right? And this halftime period and what you do with it really makes a difference of how you will handle the remaining part of the year. Y'all feel where I'm coming from? All right. So let's talk about this halftime period and how it is that you can win. Now, I was gonna stay on for a little bit longer, but I only can give you ladies like honestly like 20 minutes because we have a storm coming through here in Savannah and like the lights was already kind of acting crazy and stuff. So I just don't want the video to get shut down. So I'm gonna make it fairly quick, right? So let's talk about how it is that you can succeed during this halftime period. All right. So I see that it appears that when you really think about halftime or you think about star players, right? It really separates people who decide to fumble and people who decide to take advantage of where we are right now. So, as your financial coach, I just want to come and give you a couple of quick pointers of how it is that you can use this critical period to ensure you succeed for the next 2 quarters of the year. First things first, you want to ensure that you are giving yourself self love, right? If you fumbled the beginning part of the year, don't beat yourself up, right? Write down the things that worked for you. Write down the things that did not work for you and really come into understanding to take accountability of the reason why things worked and the reason why things didn't work, right? So let's say you look at your list and you're like, well, this didn't work, right? You can use that information to your advantage. You can look at that information and say, hey, I thought that doing these things would work out for me, but it didn't. And instead of beating myself up for these next 3 days, I'm just going to relax because I know that relaxing allows me to place myself in a position where I can use my brain cells better, right? Where I don't have to think so much about the business, that if I just relax, the answers will come to me naturally as they already do, right? And so let's say you take a look at where you were the first half of the year and that things went well for you, right? You also can take that information and kind of put it in your arsenal, right? And so if you have some great things that worked out for you at the beginning of the year, then I would recommend taking that information and really moving to the next step when we think about star players during that halftime quarter and begin to condition, right? Begin to set yourself up where it's like, you know what? I'm going to write down my goals that I plan to accomplish for for July, August, and September, right? I'm not going to allow myself to have limited beliefs and to beat myself up about what did not work the first half of the year, right? I'm going to take the things that did work for me and I'm going to condition myself. I'm going to see how I can do those things better, how I can become more efficient with those things, how I can possibly automate those things to make it one less thing that I may have to do in my business or at my job, right? So while we say take time to look at what worked and what didn't work when you are going through that self-care period, because that's really what these next 2 or 3 days are about. Relaxing, getting your mind together, understanding that what has already happened cannot be changed, and that only thing you can do is move forward and ensure that you want to win the second half of the year. All right, so first, like I said, that's self-care. Within that self-care, a big part of that, because there's 3 quick steps that we're going to talk about. The first thing is to release the limiting beliefs, right? Release because I swear I hate it. I know it's coming up and it's really going to irk my nerves when October, September starts to roll around and people are like, 2021 was bad, I can't wait for 2022. What did you do in 2021 to make 2021 better? Did you throw the year away? Did you make excuses? Did you allow your limiting beliefs and the complications to hold you back, right? Or are you going to just, again, release the things that needs to be released? And sometimes when we talk about releasing turns into people, places, and things. Let's jump on people real quick. Do you got people in your circle who they don't even believe in themselves, let alone believe in you, right? Do you have people, places? Do you have places that you go that maybe they're taking all of your money? Are you just randomly signing yourself up to go on trips and vacations knowing that you don't have the funds set aside for that, or that you have money that you could be putting in a different position? And things. What are you spending your money on? If you have a business, are you actually investing money in your business? Or again, are you just taking trips and eating out and buying clothes because you feel like you deserve it, right? It could be so many other things and so many other situations in the category of people, places, and things. But that is what needs to be released in order to move forward, right? During this halftime period. All right, so that was first, releasing, right? Let's talk about alignment. I kind of mentioned alignment on our video last Monday, but let's get into alignment really quick. Alignment means that you understand that where you were is where you were, and where you will go moving forward solely depends on where your mindset is and what it is that you are deciding to focus on, right? So when we talk about this period being this halftime period, I would suggest to align with your goals. Let's say you started the beginning part of the year right, and you didn't even have any goals, right? And again, not just financial goals. Maybe your goals could be to lose weight, right? Maybe your goals could be to just be healthier overall, right? Or to give yourself more self-love days, or to expand on a project, or to write out how it is that you plan to quit your job, right? But the biggest part, like I said, about that is simply alignment. And if you are looking to succeed in any goals that you are setting for yourself, right, for the new year, for the remaining part of the year, you have to come into alignment, right? You have to come into alignment with your vision, right? And sometimes we forget our vision. Sometimes we go about things and it's just like, okay, well, you know what? Life is so hectic, so I just kind of been doing me. Come back, right? Let's say you told yourself, I'm gonna start this diet, and it didn't work out. For instance, me and my homegirls, we decided that we were going to do a 75-day challenge, right? And I had all of these things, and then slowly but surely, when we got to like day 7 or 8, somehow, some way, I started to drift away. But guess what I had to do? Come back into alignment. And God offers us the opportunity to come back into alignment every single day. Every single day, you can decide to shift yourself back into the energy that you need to, and to focus on your goals. One thing I say that may work out for you ladies is to review your vision board again, right? Where's your vision board? Where's those notes? Remember when the new year first started off? Know me, right? Know me, know us. Da, 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 da. Where's those papers at? Where's those notes? Where's that energy, right? Hey, Tasha girl, thank you for joining on the IG. Where's that energy, right? Use that same energy to come back into alignment with your vision, because we all saw how 6 months flew by, right? But now that you ladies have gained so much wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you now have the opportunity to, like I said, come back into alignment with those goals, right? 1 second. This juice is really good. It's because people always ask, so I might as well say it. It's a little bit of ginger, it's kale, green apples, ginger, a half a lemon, and some oranges. The oranges really help. The oranges and the ginger really help to neutralize that strong kale taste. But right. So, and last but not least, so we have release, align. Last but not least is to accomplish, right? What is it that you're set out to accomplish? You can have a vision, and sometimes within your vision, some goals are smaller goals, some goals are larger goals. You can have a goal set out for the entire year, a goal set up for half the year, the first half of the year, a goal set up for the second half of the year. What would you need to accomplish to succeed in that overall goal, right? So let's give another example. Let's just use again weight or finances, right? Let's say that I hate my job, right? And so in order for me to be happy, to be comfortable, I want to quit my job, right? And I'm not quite sure what field I'm gonna go inside of. I'm not sure how this is gonna happen, but what I do know that the law of attraction works where if I'm willing to put in the work, I will naturally attract what it is that I need to be successful, right? So then let's get back to accomplishments, right? What would I need to accomplish in July, August, and September to ensure that as I go through October, November, and December, that the overall goal of me being able to quit my job at the beginning of the year is successful? Now, what does that look like financially? It's different for everybody, right? Let's say you have kids, and respectively speaking, right, when you have dependents, it makes it harder for you to want to step out and accomplish your goals, because it's easy to remain comfortable by using the dependents as an excuse to remain where we are, because that's just the easiest thing to do, right? But I know on Instagram and on Facebook, I'm talking to queens who are looking to truly elevate their lives. So I know that you ladies aren't using dependence as an excuse to move forward, right? But let's say that you did have kids, and you knew in order for me to make this transition, I would need to be comfortable. What if maybe you just simply need a savings goal of $5,000 or $10,000, right? Or let's say you say by the beginning part of the year, I want to purchase a home. And purchasing a home can seem scary, but you're not quite sure where to start, right? You would then reach out to whatever resource you need, and after reaching out with that resource, you may find out, wow, I really may only need to save up $10,000 in order to buy my home or to quit my job by the beginning part of the year. So how will I get this $10,000? You're going to take that $10,000 and divide it by 6 months, right? And then in those 6 months, you tell yourself, or you will see the number where it's like, I don't even know what 10,000 divided by 6 months is. I could pull up on the computer, but I'm not trying to, mess up anything. But hypothetically speaking, let's say it's $888, right? So then each month you have to save up $888. It's gonna be hard, right? But once you go through July and you realize, wow, I figured out a way to save up this money, right, then it's going to be easier for you to accomplish your financial goals, because then by the time you get to the end of the year, you accomplish those small goals to ensure that the overall larger goal was accomplished, right? So again, release, align, and accomplish. And one more time, it's not always financially. A lot of times, us as women, again, we don't take the next step that we need to, because a lot of women lack courage, right? We're scared to go live. We're scared to tell our friends about our business. We're scared to reach out and make that next step that we need to, right? We're scared to call around and figure out what it's going to take for us to get to that next level. But if you're scared, you're not going to make it through 2021, right? You're going to be sitting here in October telling yourself like, oh my gosh, I can't wait till 2022. And then when December rolls around, right? Well, first of all, let's take a little backtrack. October and November is going to come around, right? And guess what's going to happen? You're going to blow through money for Christmas and Thanksgiving and all of these things as a subconscious way for you to make yourself feel better about not accomplishing your personal goals. And then when the new year comes around, you're going to say, like when December comes around, you're going to say, new year, new me. But guess what, sis? It's the same you, just in the new year. And who wants to be like that, right? Who wants to have to wait until the new year to truly accomplish whatever it is that we want to accomplish, right? So again, as your financial coach, and today's message was just simply all about who are you during halftime? Who are you? Hold on, we got a couple comments right here. Please. She said, this is so true. Girl, I know it is, right? Because I'm speaking to myself the same way I'm talking to y'all. That's the gag. But, like I said, who are you? When we think about Kobe, right? Rest in peace, Kobe. One thing I loved about Kobe was that Kobe operated under the Mamba mentality, right? Though Kobe had already made it to the league, he was playing with the big dogs, right? Kobe was able to set himself apart from the rest of his players because he had the Mamba mentality. And the Mamba mentality just basically meant, I'm going to go harder than everybody else is going hard. If the team is practicing at 8 o'clock and 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, I'm practicing at 6 o'clock before they 8 o'clock even roll around, right? And then while the team goes to go eat lunch or go chill or do whatever they do, I'm practicing what it is that we just practiced. So while y'all about to roll around on y'all second practice at 12 o'clock, that's my fourth practice, right? And then again, while y'all go chill, I'ma practice again. And to some, that may seem like, oh my gosh, that's too much. I don't have time for that. Or, she said, what could I? Wish I could share this live. I wish we could too. And I never record the lives. That's the problem. Just being in that mindset again where you got to practice more. It's funny because what I just heard was the Migos. How you gonna go big? Like, how do you go big on big? Like, I'm going big on big against myself. Whoever Breye'l was at the beginning of the year, I'm going big on that, right? The second half of the year. If I was working out, eating healthy, doing whatever needs to be done at the beginning part of the year, I'm going bigger on that. Whoever Queenhood was, when y'all, been rocking with Queenhood for this 1 year, pay attention to the woman who y'all see me transform as this second year coming back around. I'm telling y'all, we have to go big on big. If you are looking to be that type of queen where you are sitting in atmospheres and rooms with other women who are doing it big, you gotta go big on big, right? It's no point in making excuses. It's no point in saying, well, it's easier to stay this way, or well, I think, and well, you what? Right? Again, y'all know I be getting passionate about this type of talk because I understand that we all are in a space where it really comes down to accountability, right? Now, I personally have an accountability group that I check in with. I actually have multiple accountability groups. One who I check in with for my goals, as in like my financial goals. I have a group, and honestly, the two other women in my accountability group, they're older than me. They have more wisdom than me. So when I'm talking to them, I'm gaining so much wisdom and knowledge so that when I come and talk to y'all, I'm able to pour out and give more into that. I also have another accountability group, right? Where again, we're talking about that 75 hard challenge. And even within those women who I link up with, those are women who are striving to accomplish who are striving to accomplish body goals, physical goals, right? I have a yoga practice group that actually they're starting on July the 7th for accountability group for yoga. Do you need accountability? The homegirls that you hanging around, are they bums? Are they lazy? Do they allow you to just sit there and be complacent, being lazy and being bums? If so, we have to let those homegirls go, right? And I know it's not what we want to hear, but it's the truth. Period. All right? So like I said, release, align, and accomplish. Use these last couple days in the month of June to really establish your vision. What do you want to accomplish by the end of the year? Do you have a savings goal? Do you have a weight loss goal? Do you have a physical goal? Do you want to buy a house? Are you looking to pay off your car? Do you have a savings account? Do you have an emergency account? What you got going on? What is it? Because without a vision, you have no plan. And without a plan, you really just parlaying through life, and that's no fun, right? You want to have something that you can say that you accomplished. So again, when we move into the new year, you're feeling great about yourself. You're not feeling like you have to reset. You're not feeling like, oh man, I'm gonna try again. You can try again, but you should want to try again of something that you already established. I'm gonna give us a couple more minutes because there's one more thing that I want to talk about really quick, and it's not a podcast. It's this audio that I downloaded on Apple Music, right? And it's from the book Think and Grow Rich. That's another thing. Do you need to get off social media? When was the last time you read a book? What is your book collection looking like? What information are you pouring into your mind, right? Because the thoughts you think form the life that you live. But from one of the audiobooks, that's basically what this is, an audiobook, right? That I was listening to, he talks about the life of a sower, right? And as you ladies know, I love my plants, my garden, all that type of stuff like that, right? And what he talks about is how when you understand that we are striving for abundance is not always financial. Abundance means to be in an overflow state that you can pour out into others, right? So when we're striving for abundance, just like our finances or our personal well-being, he talks about how a sower understands that sometimes, and I'm gonna kind of, just tell it how I got it, how the birds are going to get some, right? How you can plant and sow seeds within yourselves, right? And right when you got a little bit going over here, right when you drop 3 pounds, right when you start to get $500-$700 in your savings account, the tires blow out on the car. Right when you start to lose those couple of pounds, you gain them right back. Right when you had that momentum going, right, with working out, boom, it rains outside and you don't even feel like working out no more. That's the birds are going to get some. But guess what you have to keep doing? You have to keep sowing the seeds. You have to decide every single day that you are going to put in work to be a better version of yourself than you were yesterday. You cannot reap a harvest if you don't sow seeds. You are not going to magically wake up snatched. You are not going to magically wake up rich. You are not going to magically wake up. In my own personal self, when we think about anything, right, in the ideal relationship, the ideal house, the ideal job, it doesn't work like that. You have to sow seeds. What seeds are you sowing? Again, we're right here at halftime, the middle part of the year, where I am asking you as an individual, as a queen, what kind of queen are you? What are you sowing? If I go into your backyard, is it weeds? Ew, I'm not even coming over anymore. I don't even want to be a part inside your garden. That's ugly. Ugh. Right? But when I come to your garden, right, because your mind is garden also, again, everything starts in the mind. I already know we are shifting old paradigms or here in queenhood, periana, right? But when I come to your garden, right, and it's not even a physical garden, sometimes it is, but when I come to your garden, which means that when people step forth and they see you, they pay attention to you, they feel your energy. What is your garden like? Do you need to take this halftime? You need to take this halftime period right here and pull up all the weeds? Do you need to get the rake and get to raking up out there, right? Do you need to go get the trash bag and put all of the old weeds into the trash can and pull that thing to the front yard and release everything, right? Do you need to align and figure out what fertilizer do I need? Maybe fertilizer is the books, right? What fertilizer do I need? Maybe fertilizer is new friends or accountability group, right? Or a budget sheet or a goal sheet or a new planner, right? What fertilizer do you need? Because again, the fall time is going to be coming up. And you're going to take a look at your own garden by the time the end of the year comes and it starts to get cold. And by the fall, you're going to be looking to reap the harvest. You're going to be looking. I knew it was coming. I saw it, right? You're going to be looking to have some fruits of your labor, right? You're going to be looking to have something. I'm scared. You're going to be looking to have something, right, that you can have for yourself, that you can look at and say, you know what, this is mine. These are my apples. This is my savings account, right? This is my new job. This is my new home. This is my new relationship. You're going to be looking for all of that. But to wrap this message up, you have to sow the seeds. So with that being said, take this halftime period, the next couple days of the month, and release, align, and accomplish. I thank you, ladies, for jumping up on this live with me. The power is still in, so that's a great thing, right? But again, thank y'all for jumping up on this live. If you have any questions, y'all already know, feel free to shoot me a DM, right? If you're looking for a financial coach, if you have other girls who you know that they're looking for a financial coach, of course, it's up. And for the ladies who will watch this live later, don't forget to sign up for my free webinar. The link is in the bio on Instagram. It's literally free. It costs you nothing to learn, ways, that roadmap that you can begin to start your financial plan. All right, please. She said, stay safe, honey. We are about to turn them lights off and go right to bed, okay? But thank y'all, ladies. I'm gonna get off here so we can turn some of these lights off and just enjoy the evening. But next Monday, we'll be going live every Monday to talk about finances because that's just what we're doing. All right. Bye, y'all. Bye, Facebook. Bye, Instagram.